wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just enough.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. From the 36, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. He'll try and Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Ingram. And an alley to run. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. That's his. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. They find some open field here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 33 and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be
They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustain. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. They go play action with Jackson.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass.
Yes.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
50's the mark. I got it. Check 9, check 9.
On third down, Jackson. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
50, Mark 50, Mark 50. Come on, come on.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep for your bro. Where your post, your poppin', your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Hey, look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See that pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jackson on first down, and his first pass is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Got a man, it's Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward, giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Exit, exit. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Hey, no, look,
From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards that time. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch it.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike 50. Yeah. Go. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
To throw again is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 26. They'll begin the drive with Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down by
On second down now, it's Carson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now third and 8.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Easy. Touch. Come on.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 41, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Completes it to Dixon. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 36. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Throwing on second and 8. Wilson buying time to his left. Completes it to Dixon. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
54 miles. They're running it. Check 31. Check 31. Oh!
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On third down, it's Carson, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 22 yards there, a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They go play action here on first down. Out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And he stopped immediately there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Jim, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the hole. Check three. Hot seven.
Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely...
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. This team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Seattle. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Line 90. Mike 5-4. Drop deep.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. On second down, it's Carson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. Now Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
61, match box.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now Cousins on 4th down. And this is going to be incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shamar Stephen, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for...
And the pressure gets to him again. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now it's Wilson, and that'll be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Being chased out left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And it's third down.
Behind! Check, block 54, block 54.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll bring up fourth. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Brings up fourth down.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on fourth down. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal.
One.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They come out here in the eye. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. Third and goal. A toss to Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on fourth and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. On second and 7, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep. 14. Check.
On first down, Carson, he's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10, escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jacob Hollister, 65 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, what's the ball? Good route kick.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got Smith here. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The 20! And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull him. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down, Seahawks. Now a play fake here on first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun on third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shamar Stephen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On third down, Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Wilson forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Again, it's Cook. A big play there out of Cook. 75 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though,
looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. That had disaster written all over it. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, stays up. Shreds the tackle. And a big loss here as he's taken down. With a sack, it's Ziggy Ansah. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Lockett. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Steps away to his left. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Oh, I think the Seahawks got it. They did. It's Seattle football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here's Cousins. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ziggy Ansah. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Throwing now is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Cousins gives way to Cook. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another carry now for Madison. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Madison. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ayy, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.